Hi everyone. This morning something really landed for me, and that was about the importance of life and how how present I am in the life. I was on a walk. I do morning. My morning ritual is to go on a walk in nature in the park and drink cacao and do either some contemplation or a gratitude walk. And because of the what is happening in the world, and especially in my home country in Iran, I am very close to the concept of death and life. And I was playing with the time. I was thinking, if I had one day, what would be the most important thing for me in my life? If I had 2 weeks, if I had 6 months, if I had 2 years. And I was like playing with time, and I at the end chose 7 years. And the reason for that is that, you know, the 7 years is kind of like in our physiology is the timing that almost all the cells apart from our brain cells are renewed, and we are literally a new person. And especially in many of the spiritual lineages, they consider a 7 year or 7.5 year a new like period of your life. Anyways, so what came to me is that the most important thing in my life is life itself. And that the way that it represents for me right now is through the connection that and the love and the joy that I experience with my beloved son right now. And I just realized that I didn't stop the profile. So just give me 1 second because I want to make sure that there's no disturbance happening as I am recording this. Do not disturb. Hopefully I don't get any messages. Anyways, so what is important is that the amount of love and joy that I experience when I am with my son, my little 4-year-old son, or when I am in my nature, or my deeper like connections and family are the most important thing in my life. And it became very obvious to me that I am not fully honoring the life. So if I had only 7 years on this planet, I would cherish life. I would spend as much as time and like mindful presence with them, with my son, with nature, with enjoying and pausing. I wouldn't rush. I wouldn't attend any meetings that is not sparking joy in me. I wouldn't allow my mind to go to the past and think about things that happened many years ago, or think about people that influenced me or impacted me, but they are not important in my life anymore. I wouldn't punish myself with failures or shame or guilt or worry, like anything that I is in the past. And I wouldn't also bother thinking about future. I only cherish present time and life itself, because life is what is so important, and most of us human beings do not have reverence and honor for life. Yeah, it really landed for me. I just want you to also take a moment. I've written down some prompts, and I really want you to take into consideration and answer these questions. If I only had 7 years to live, then what would you prioritize in your life? I want you to answer that. And The other thing is that what is the realization once you've done this practice? I really want you to invite you to think about what is the realization that comes for you after that. So for me was my main values, that joy, presence with life, connection and love and motherhood, family, and being in nature. I wouldn't prioritize anything else. My deeper connection, nature, and love. And the third thing is that, like, what came after that for me was that the truth that I cannot ignore anymore. Right? I want you to, after you've done the first 2 prompts, I want you to think about, what is the truth that you cannot ignore anymore? For me, the truth that I couldn't ignore anymore is that I don't want to waste my life. Life is so precious. My time on this planet is so precious. And I don't want to be or align, or not align, like put myself in a system that is defined, that I don't know who defined that, and I don't really align with them anymore. And I constantly worry or fear or have being anxious about if I made it or not. So if I made it or not, it's so important, like especially for the women that I work with in my word, as my clients, they are really high achieving women that made it through. But what happened after that? Are you really, really deeply happy? And are you cherishing life for what it is? And if this is something that lands for you, speaks to you, I dedicated this month, the work that I'm doing is I'm offering more healing. So you can have a look at my website and look at the alignment threshold, which is all about calming down the nervous system, receiving a harmonizing healing session, followed by a clarity coaching. Where am I in my life? What is the deeper desire that I want? What is stopping me? What I need to embrace and integrate more, and where I want to be and achieve in the next, 6 to 7 months, to 1 year, 7 year. Life is precious. And I make a commitment to cherish life more. Thank you for listening.